Okay, today we're reading 1 Corinthians 13 in our grid readings. And this is a passage that is famous. You've probably seen this on a plaque on a wall somewhere. It's a beautiful passage where the Apostle Paul is talking about love. Now let's remember it in the context of Matthew 22, when Jesus said that we should love the Lord our God with all of our heart, and then we should love our neighbor as ourselves. And so if we want to really understand what he's talking about, I think Paul makes it clear in this passage. Paul says, if I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains, but didn't love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I have to the poor, and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it. But if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. Now, what Paul is talking about in that first passage is it doesn't matter how spiritual you think you are. If you don't love others, then you're not really obeying the second part of the greatest commandment. Love for God means you will love others, period. So if you think that you're a great spiritual person, just look around and say, well, who do you love? Do you love people? And then Paul defines love. He says, well, here's what love looks like then. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It doesn't demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It doesn't rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. I encourage you to think about this in your own life. Is this the kind of love that you reflect to the people around you? This is how God loves us. Is this how you love others? That's a great question to ask yourself this week because it's such a central part of a biblical worldview. It's not just about how you see the world. It's about how you live in the world. It's about how you love in the world. Now let's scroll to the bottom. Here's the key verse. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So I encourage you, as you read this chapter, don't just read it intellectually. Really ask yourself the question, and maybe bring it to your small group or to your mentor or to your family. Do I love like this? Do I reflect the love of God to the people around me? So you're ready to read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next day's reading.